Infinite love, beautiful people. Welcome back to our new inquiry. For today, we have very interesting inquiry and also very important. And you will see the importance of this inquiry throughout the video. So the inquiry is, can we observe without naming? At the first glance, this looks like something funny and for children, but actually it has a grave and great importance on our mind, the structure of the daily life and how we live our life. So for start, do we name everything when we observe? And why are we doing that if we are doing it? To find out, we have to see and observe the mind. What is its function of this mind? The function of this mind is to dissect, to put in a small box and to put a label on it, so it is known. And when it is known, the mind can create image about it because of the security. And that is very important to have. But the problem is arising when we constantly allow this to overtake our life. So to understand how this process begins, we have to go back into our childhood years and observe when we were a small little children. We saw something very interesting, something with the wings flying around us, and we were so amazed by it. We looked at it, and then the father or the mother or someone came to you and says, this is the bird, and this bird belongs to this class of birds. So that was the beginning of the catalyzing. And throughout our life, we have been learned from our parents to catalyze, to put a label on it, and to know what is dangerous, what is not dangerous. But because of that, our mind becomes dominant, and we do not stop on knowing that what it is, but still observe it. But the problem is, when mind wants to see this, it stops all observing. So the problem begins for us when we start to name everything, and the moment we name it, we create image about it, and this image prevents us to see the very thing. For example, you are walking down the street and you see this amazing tree with the bright branches. It is so strong and powerful. And for the moment you glazed off and you just observe the beauty of the tree. And then you say, I know this tree, it's an oak tree. You don't observe it anymore. You have already categorized it and put it in a box. The moment we have said it is an oak tree, the tree loses its all magic, because for the mind it is known, and you continue to walk because you know what the tree is. But if you do not know what the tree it is, you will observe it, you will come close to it, you will feel the tree, maybe even touch it, and then you will see the tree for what really is. Not the image, oak tree, but actually what it is. And because of that process in our minds, we tend to name everything that we come into a contact with. And soon our life becomes small, narrow, closed, boring. And we always search for new experience so that we can enrich our life and make them fun and interesting again. But the problem is the process that led to this. The process that led to us to categorize everything into a known. And when it is known, it is dead. It is past, and it cannot be now. But the moment you stop naming everything, you are back in the present moment. You are back right here, right now, and you observe what really is. So how do you start observing without naming everything? When you give attention in your life, you allow everything. And when you are listening and observing at the same time, the thought cannot be arised because you are seeing, because you are watching and listening. The moment you listen, you are completely attentive and you listen with all of your senses, with all of your attention, because it is something very interesting. The moment the thought arises, let's say for the tree example, it's an oak tree. Observe it and let it go. Don't go with the thought. Do not allow that this thought take the magic and beauty from the tree, but stay with the observation. And soon, while you are developing this skill of observation, the more you give attention, the more you develop the skill of observation. The more you stop naming all the things. And then you are living now, in this moment, observing that what really is. You are not anymore bothered of what was, but you are actually interested in what is. And you can also do this with your loved ones, if you have children or anyone, wife, man, doesn't matter. Give them attention and watch them as you see them for the first time. Now, the thought will soon arise. I know him, I know her, she's familiar, we have done this a million times, but just observe it and let it go. And still give attention. And when you give attention, you are giving also love, because love is attention and also compassion. When you observe your family, your friends with attention, you observe them with love. And that will change your life completely. Not only that you are present in the moment, but these human beings and all the beings and everything receives love from you. And when you give love, you have even more love, because love is the only thing that you can give and have even more. So please, try observing without naming. And when I say try, it is not to try something. It is more like just let it go. Just give attention. Just listen. The moment something arises, you just let it go. You are not trying, because when you try, there is someone who is trying. Then there is ego, then there is center. But when you just let it go, when you just observe it, and don't ask how should I let go, because you are back in the same loop. How do you let go when you listen to your favorite song? How do you let go when you are looking at a marvelous sunset or a beautiful human being? You just do it. Same here. Just allow everything. It is very easy to do it. Try it for yourself. Give attention and you will see. Thank you for inquiring with me, and until next video, infinite love.